snow-covered village, nestled between towering pine-covered mountains, the season of Christmas was celebrated with warmth and tradition. Every year, the villagers gathered at the heart of their home, a modest yet beautiful stone church, where a mysterious event had been unfolding for decades. Without fail, every Christmas Eve, a single candle would appear on the church altar. It would burn with a steady, golden glow, captivating all who laid eyes on it. No one knew who placed it there, and no one dared to remove it. Over time, the candle became a symbol of the holiday, a beacon of hope and wonder. The story begins with a sweeping view of the snow-blanketed village. Smoke rises from chimneys as the soft glow of lanterns spills through frosty windows. The camera focuses on children laughing as they throw snowballs, elders bundled in woolen scarves sharing stories by the fire, and the local baker delivering warm loaves to neighbors. There is an air of quiet contentment, broken only by the occasional toll of the church bell. Inside the church, Father Daniel, a young priest with kind eyes and a warm smile, busies himself with preparations for the Christmas Eve service. He is meticulous, arranging holly branches along the pews and practicing his sermon in the glow of candlelight. But as he places the final decorations, a peculiar feeling stirs in him. The candle will soon appear, as it always does, yet he knows so little about its origin. His curiosity flickers to life. As the sun sets, the villagers file into the church, their breath visible in the cold night air. The snow crunches beneath their boots as they exchange greetings and shake off the chill. Inside, the church fills with hymns and prayers, the flickering light of lanterns dancing on the stone walls. Suddenly, a child's voice rings out, "The candle is here." All eyes turn to the altar. There it is, standing tall and glowing with a light that seems almost alive. Father Daniel approaches cautiously. The flame is steady, its golden hue casting a warm glow that fills the sanctuary. He glances at the faces of his congregation, a mix of awe and peace reflected in their expressions. But this year, instead of letting the moment pass, Father Daniel resolves to uncover the candle's secret. The morning after Christmas, Father Daniel ventures into the village. He visits the homes of the eldest residents, those who might remember the candle's first appearance. He listens to tales of winters long past, of nights when the candle burned brighter than the stars, and stories of small miracles, a healed illness, a reconciled friendship, or a long-lost family member returning home. One elderly woman recalls an entry in the church's archive, written by a priest who served nearly a century ago. With renewed determination, Father Daniel returns to the church and searches through dusty tomes and faded journals. Hours later, he discovers a journal entry describing the Christmas Eve of 100 years prior. The journal recounts a stormy Christmas Eve when a mysterious traveler arrived in the village. He was cold and hungry, carrying nothing but a small wrapped parcel. A widow named Clara offered him shelter, sharing her humble meal and warm hearth. In return, the traveler left behind a single candle, telling her it would bring light to her darkest hours. When Clara lit it, her sorrow, born of loneliness and hardship, seemed to lift. The following Christmas, the candle reappeared on the church altar, glowing with a divine brilliance. Father Daniel reads this story with growing amazement. Could it be true? Was the candle's appearance a response to Clara's act of kindness? Inspired by the tale, Father Daniel decides to test the legend. On Christmas Eve, As the village buzzes with last-minute preparations, he notices a weary traveler wandering into the square. The man's clothes are thin, his face pale, and his eyes heavy with exhaustion. Father Daniel invites him into the rectory, offering a meal and a warm bed. The traveler, who introduces himself as Thomas, is hesitant but grateful. They share stories over supper, and Father Daniel listens intently to Thomas's tales of hardship and loss. As the evening stretches into night, Thomas falls asleep by the fire, his face finally peaceful. On Christmas morning, Father Daniel awakens to find Thomas gone, his chair by the fire empty. Startled, he rushes to the church. There, on the altar, the candle burns brighter than ever before, its light seeming to pulse gently as if alive. The villagers arrive for the Christmas service, and a sense of wonder fills the air. As the service begins, small miracles unfold. An estranged family sitting in the back pew is moved to embrace after years of silence. A young girl, confined to a crutch, rises to her feet and takes hesitant, miraculous steps. An elderly man, whose eyesight had been failing, suddenly exclaims that he can see clearly. After the service, Father Daniel finds a note left at the rectory door. It is from Thomas. In the note, he thanks the priest for his kindness and reveals that he had been guided to the village by the candle's light. His final words read, "Faith and kindness light the way for miracles. Keep the flame alive." Father Daniel is deeply moved. He shares the story with the villagers, encouraging them to honor the candle by spreading acts of kindness throughout the year. The villagers embrace this message wholeheartedly. Over time, the Christmas candle becomes more than a symbol. It becomes a call to action. Each Christmas, the villagers perform acts of generosity, from delivering food to the needy to forgiving old grudges. The candle continues to appear each year, but now its light is a reflection of the goodness in their hearts. The story ends with a panoramic view of the village at night. The church stands glowing in the snow, the candle's light visible from afar. Inside, the villagers sing carols, their faces serene and full of joy. The camera slowly pans upward, following the candle's light as it blends with the twinkling stars. A narrator's voice softly concludes, "Kindness, like a flame, has the power to light the darkest nights. As long as we keep it alive, miracles will never cease."